Cool. We're live. So, hello everybody. My name is Jim Shelvy. I'm one of the co-founders here at NexCore, and I'm really excited and honored to be joined today by Mr. Terrence Butler. Say hi.
What's up, Facebook?
So, it was funny because I was going to try and tag you on Facebook, and I couldn't find a Terrence Butler. There's a Terry Butler. So, what do you prefer, Terry or Terrence?
Either or.
What does your wife call you?
Depends on the day.
Okay.
Because I'm much trouble I'm in. Most people call me Terry. I go by Terrence, sometimes professionally. My business card says Terrence. So, either or. That's
Gotcha. So, today, I want to go over with you a little bit, and we kind of talked about this before we started. You know, what makes you tick? What do you do? What's your life like? What's your business about? So, if you just would kind of free flow start, tell us a little bit about something we may want to know.
I'm a straight shooter. I am passionate about business, passionate about entrepreneurship. I love helping people. I started my business back in 2018.
Yeah.
So 2012. That's when I started out open my own insurance agency. I like the freedom because I had kids, so they're in constant motion, so it gave me the freedom to kind of set my own schedule and things like that. I like to, have the ability to help people. Every day is different. Love saving people money. We also do financial planning and help people set up legacies for their families through life insurance planning and things like that. We also can direct them towards what they need to get their credit repaired. We have contacts that refer out to that. If they need more intricate services like money management, we have contacts that refer out to that. But we have about 50 different companies that we contract with. We just help our clients find the best rates, whether it be personal families or businesses, corporations, anything like that. So we have a pretty wide array of products for everybody.
It's live video, that happens sometimes. Hello? No, you're good. So I want to spend a little bit of time talking about your business.
Okay.
And I appreciate the overview of what you do, but now I want to know why you do it. So what has your life been like? Let's start with, where are you from?
Grew up and raised in East St. Louis. Then my parents got divorced, moved to Old Family. Grew up
Illinois or Missouri?
Illinois.
Okay.
And then went off to East Illinois and came back here. And I've been in this area ever since.
Gotcha.
Ever since college.
How long have you been married?
Been married, can't get that wrong, 16 years.
I just want to let you know we can edit anything. So if you got that wrong, we're going to delete this from the Facebook. The YouTube video will be much more succinct with the right dates.
Gotcha.
It'll be like a martial arts film. It'll be like, I was married on January. We'll see that. You mentioned kids. Tell me about your family.
I have 3 kids. Tyler, Nicholas, Kendall. Tyler's 15.
What was the first one?
Tyler.
Tyler, okay, sorry.
15, Nicholas, 13, Kendall, 10.
I have a 14-year-old Nicholas.
Really? Okay.
I don't know if I told you that. That's funny.
All active in sports, so that's my evenings are mostly evenings and weekends are consumed with being, I call myself Uber Daddy, traveling to pick up from games and being at games and so forth. It's not sometimes having to pick up their friends. So my evenings are.
How do you find time to work out? Because you clearly work out.
I have to get up 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Is that when you go train?
Mostly. I'm probably about 5 out of 7 days a week. So it's always early. I don't have time during the day at all.
Gotcha. So what drives you to do that? I mean, 3 kids, a lot of people, what I found is some people take their reasons why and they make them their reasons why not. Like I know a lot of people that have a case of the kids. I can't do this because I got kids.
Right.
But you seem to do things because you have kids and adjust the schedule.
Well, initially, I actually started working out from a bet. Actually, my wife said that she didn't believe I could have a muscular physique. This is probably this is what, 18, it's probably about 5 years ago. So I took it as a personal challenge. Of course I can. And then after I got, I just got addicted, so I just kept on doing it. And I think one of the reasons I sustained it is because of my children, because they're so active, I won't be able to keep up with them. Mm-hmm. So I'm in the gym with my son sometimes early. I get him up sometimes with me. We're playing full court basketball. So I don't want to. I'm highly competitive, so I don't want them to ever think they can outrun me and beat me in anything. So that's kind of one of my motivations for staying in shape.
Gotcha. So, how did things change between you and your wife when you got the muscular physique? Has she acknowledged your victory?
Yeah, she acknowledged the victory. She did acknowledge the victory. She thinks I don't know. She probably thinks I work out too much, even though I do it early. But she thinks I'm too into myself. I just
can't have your protein shake and eat it too.
Right, exactly. I don't agree with her, but it is what it is.
Understood. So, what was the driving factor behind insurance? Because I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do as an entrepreneur. Why insurance? And I know you mentioned some other things too, but why did you get into that line of work?
Well, I was working with what they call for a captive agency called Country Financial. I started in the mortgage business, and with the crash back in 2008, I believe something else I could do and still kind of be an entrepreneur. So I found this company called Country Financial, and I kind of learned the business like within for the first 5 years. And I think it was being able to help people. I've had people say, I can't believe you saved me this much money type of deal, and you help me get some things straight financially with my family. Life insurance is one I think is probably the most important thing that I do, and I try to put more focus on it. I'll never forget a time back when I worked with the country, there was a client, never forget it. He had a $50,000 policy with me, and he lost his job, and he had to cancel the policy. And I told him, well, you might want to think about canceling something else, just getting on some other products you have or something, because you don't want to cancel out your life insurance. You have a daughter and your wife isn't working, you're the only sole money maker. He said, yeah, I know how important it is. I'll get back with you. So I followed up with him probably 2-3 times a month. And he never got it with me. But his wife called me one day and she said, Mr. Butler my husband did the life insurance. I said, no, why? So when he passed away, he had a heart attack. And I said, wow, I was just in shock. I was like, wow. I said, unfortunately, he let the policy lapse and he never signed back up with it. So she was left with all the household bills, the daughter, and she didn't have an income. So ever since then, I've just been a stickler with making sure you have everything taken care of financially for your family, because until you can amass enough assets to pass along, you never know what the next day's going to bring. So that's why the life insurance is so important that people have in place. So that's one of the main things that I do push in life, is try to make sure everybody at least has, as a target, you want to have at least 10 years to your income, especially if you have young kids and things like that. Because life is so unexpected, you never know what's going to happen day to day. No matter what your health situation is like or not. Try not to get people to focus so much on the policies they have at work, because they can have changes in their benefits package, get a new job. You can have a health situation where you can no longer get life insurance. So definitely try to always push that first for everything else. It's just because it's important.
Gotcha. So and I've heard stories like that from other people. So let me just give you an opportunity to promote yourself for just a second. So let's say somebody heard that, they go, you know what? that could be me. I need to call this guy. How do they get a hold of you? So share your information.
Well, I can be reached by my office number, 618-589-2111, or my website, www.dfglobalinsurance.com, and you can go on there, request a quote, or you can call our office directly to speak to someone about getting a quote. We have about somewhere between 25 and 30 different companies that we quote from, so I can almost guarantee you'll come close to the best rate there is possible.
Gotcha. So when did this happen?
This happened by nature. Probably in my late.
I'm allowed to ask that, by the way. It's a
absolutely. We always have ball jokes, so it's cool. Late 20s, I just started noticing my hair going back further and further and further, and I didn't want to play with it and try to play with having a hole in my head and whatnot. So I just cut it all off and be done with it. So this is nature's fault. This isn't a fashion statement. I wish I could grow hair, but unfortunately, Mother Nature saw different.
what? So what is a motivator in your life? I know you said your kids are motivation to you, but what is the internal motivator for you that causes you to get up 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning? Why is that important to you?
I just want to be the best version of myself. I want to be, if God allows me to live, I want to be sure that quality of life is good. I see so many people who are, if you want to talk about like health, for example, so many people walk around with illnesses, who are sick, and things like that. So that part is just me trying to be the best version of myself, physically, spiritually, financially, in all areas. So that's my motivation. Just God blessed me with this life, so how I take care of myself and my family is kind of like my give back. So that's kind of my motivation. So I'm constantly some motivational messages and things like that, keep myself going and whatnot.
But I think that's great. I agree with your philosophy. You seem to be. I talk to a lot of people that seem to be self-driven into personal development, and a lot of times that will reflect in their physical appearance. It will reflect in their work ethic. One of the things that I've always believed, and it's been a challenge for me to do, is to read. And Audible has saved my life.
Me too.
Because I'll read 3 pages and I'll be like,
I'm bored, yeah.
I need to read that again, because I was playing Sega in my mind. There's not even Sega anymore. That's how old I am. But so, are you a reader? Do you listen to Audible?
Audiobooks. Audible. I have Audible app.
All right. What book are you listening to right now?
Right now, let me see. I would have to look up the name of it. I've shifted kind of.
What book are you paying attention to right now? Is the new question.
This is the thing. The last one I was doing was "You Were Born Rich" by Bob Proctor.
Okay, I've heard of that. I've not read it.
Yeah.
Worth the read?
Absolutely. I think I've gone through it 2 times now. The cool part about Audible is it comes with PDF too, so you can print out the workbooks and things like that too. So I've kind of veered off into his YouTube videos. So I've been listening to a lot of Bob Proctor's YouTube videos. So that's kind of what I'm doing now. He's basically the ones I'm listening to now are the ones about reprogramming your mind.
Yes.
And shifting your mindset. Not being not so much mediocrity and things like that. So that's kind of the path I'm on now.
Gotcha.
Your personal development.
Would you say that Bob Proctor is the biggest external influencer in that arena, the personal development arena, or is there some author, some public figure that's really had an influence on you?
I like Brian Tracy, Miracle of Self-Discipline. It's one of my favorites. I love Grant Cardone, the 10X.
I'm listening to If You're Not First, You're Last right now, which is a Grant Cardone book. 10X I absolutely love. Yeah. Grant Cardone's my guy.
Yeah. You can just listen to him and just your mindset will change. But 10x,
Or you'll feel bad.
right?
It'll be like, if you don't get it, this is important.
10x, and also what's the name? Yeah, be
Be
obsessed.
obsessed or be average. BOBA. Yeah, I love that. He's the only author that I think I've listened to every one of his books.
Gotcha.
I'm on the last one that I haven't listened to yet.
I can tell. I can
it's
tell
cool.
just how you back your mannerisms. That I can see you get a Grant Cardone thing.
Yeah. So, some people may be offended by that.
No, I love it. I love the energy in this place. I mean, I can tell it rubs off in a good way.
Cool, man. Thank you for saying that. Now, you've been a member coming up on a year almost.
Getting close to it.
Gotcha. Well, thank you, by the way. We talked about the external influencers. What about the internal influencers? Who has been a personal mentor in your life, or have you had one?
Personal mentor. I've not really had someone I can think of. Like I said, I try to base my life the best way I can. I'm not perfect off of the Bible and its teachings. Like I say, God. I do. First thing I do in the morning, I try to pray. Get myself centered and whatnot. So I would say probably God is a personal mentor.
Was there anyone in your life growing up that was an influencer, or is there someone, and I can shift gears, or if this is too personal, but is there someone that you had wished would have been an influencer that wasn't?
I can say my dad. Watching him, he was security. First, he was a police officer in East St. Louis, and then he became a security guard for McDonald's. And I think he used to go there about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. He also started the lawn service, which of course I was employee number 1. So in the summers when I wasn't in school, he's getting me up at the crack of dawn, push more, 90+ degree. So I think I've learned hard work and ethic from him, seeing him work so hard.
Is your dad still around?
Yeah, he's actually still living. Actually still has his lawn service, believe it or not, at 78. So he's still,
is he still cutting grass?
He's still cutting grass at 78 years old.
Is he on Facebook?
No, he's not.
All right, you need to get him on Facebook, and then I'll say we have 2 property management companies in here, and one of them needs a lawn service, so contact Mr. Butler. Mr. Butler, contact me.
I'll let it up.
I'll pass that along.
But even seeing him now at 78, like some of he doesn't do the same workload he had before. He subcontracts some of it out. But just even seeing him get up at the crack of dawn now, at 78 years old, it's amazing to watch. So I do see that was probably a motivating factor for working hard. Not being afraid to get up in the morning, because one thing you always tell me is never will come to us sleeping with a dream. So that kind of thing, that always sticks in my head too.
So that reminds me, there was my favorite Grant Cardone quote ever was, and I want to make sure I get it just right. He said, "The average call me obsessed. The successful call me for advice."
I think I remember that.
So it sounds like you had some good influencers growing up, and you've obviously lived and practiced those principles. You get up, crack of dawn now,
right,
to go work out. I want to ask you I don't know if this would fall under political or philosophical or whatever it is, but as a St. Louis native or East St. Louis native, for me, the way St. Louis is portrayed externally to the rest of the country is not truly indicative of what our city is and what it could be. So,
as far as the violence and things like that.
Yeah, So there's some skewed numbers. You were born in, by definition, one of the most crime-ridden areas in the world, and so your opinion is. I'm curious what you think of the way St. Louis was portrayed, and what you think St. Louis is, as opposed to what it may be portrayed externally.
I think it's always different on the outside looking in. Just because you're going to believe the stories that you see in the news, you see stats. But I guess we always have this joke here in St. Louis. We call people from St. Louis Jimmy's.
Call them what?
Jimmy's.
Jimmy's?
Right. I don't even know where that term came from. I know we call them Jimmy's, but they're, I love the area for the most part. I don't walk around in fear of anything as far as, oh my God.
Well, you do look like you, though. I mean, you're...
Well, these can't stop bullets, so it doesn't matter.
I don't know. They look like they can.
But I think anytime the media gets its hands on portraying anything, I think that's always going to skew from there are a lot of great people in this area, people who believe in family and tradition and things like that. So I think this is just like any other area. People are cool for the most part. One thing I do wish, I wish that I had a conversation with a few of my friends about it. I wish that this was more progressive versus other cities. I think the potential is here, but I think the mindset is now like what you're doing here. I think this is awesome. This is St. Louis needs more Jim Shelvys to be more progressive out there.
Thank you.
So I just wish that progression was, that more mindset was here. That's the only thing. That's the only drawback I see.
One NexCore at a time, man. We'll get there. So for people that are watching this that are in St. Louis, or people that are watching it from wherever, if someone's here, what's one place they need to visit when they're in St. Louis? What's your space? If someone's coming to visit you, where do you have to take them?
Visit. I guess it depends on what you have a taste for. I don't get out a whole lot. As far as, like, for example, I've never even been in the Arch. For example.
But you've seen it.
I have seen it. I've never been inside. One place I would say people, it just depended on what they have a taste for. Was it music? Was it nightlife? As far as culturally, honestly, to be honest with you, I don't.
Gotcha. Focused on family.
Right. For the most part, yeah.
So your eating habits, I imagine, are pretty stringent. Like you have a regimen.
I'm not as consistent as I want to be. I go through hills, peaks, and valleys. Like my weekends are bad. My late nights are bad because I have so many kids. There's always snacks in the house. I can always go find a cookie. I can probably always go find a piece of pizza. And once my food is gone, I can go into the store and re-up on the stuff I normally eat. There are chips, candy. I try to stay away from, but I'm not as consistent as I should be. Absolutely not.
Totally get it. So I ask people this question all the time when we sit down. So mozzarella or Provel?
Provel. Okay.
That's the St. Louis thing. People are like, what's Provel?
I love Emos. I even buy Emos.
Oh yeah, the roast Provel on a salad is amazing. So, is there anything, little known facts about Terrence Butler that you want to share? Or we can turn the camera off and you can share them privately.
I'm probably one of the silliest people ever want to meet. I love to laugh.
Who's your favorite comedian?
Wow. Favorite comedian? I grew up in the area I grew up, like Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor. Favorite stand-up, Mike Epps. I love Mike Epps. It's hilarious to me. I'm a movie buff. I love.
As soon as you said that, by the way, I started thinking of Eddie Murphy Raw and some of the things he said. So if I lost you for a second,
I could probably recite some Eddie Murphy Raw.
We probably should not. It's a family show. So you're a movie buff.
Yeah, older movies. Because when I was growing up, I grew up, to myself a lot. So the TV, I had a lot of movies on tape, and I watched over and over and over again, like The Last Dragon, Coming to America, movie Friday after next Friday, things like that. So.
What is your favorite genre of movies? Comedies, I'm guessing?
Comedy. Well, as I've gotten older, growing up it was comedy. Now it's more action drama. I I love movies that are suspenseful to make now. But back when I was growing up, in the comics.
What's the last best movie you saw?
Last best movie, probably Black Panther.
Gotcha. Very good.
Big Black Panther fan.
All right, so we're coming close to time here, and I want to. I've never done this before, but I think it kind of be cool because of how you positioned this. And there was no script with this. There was no prepared questions. It's just kind of open forum, and I feel like the conversation takes it where it goes.
Gotcha.
But I'd like for you, if you would, if somebody went back and looked at this 30 years from now, maybe you and I are gone, but Facebook will probably be here forever. So if your kids were to get an opportunity to get a message from you, what would you say to your kids about where they are now and where you want them to go? And I'm going to let you end with a message directly to them.
To my kids now, if they look at this 30 years later. Wow. That's kind of penetrating.
And you're a thinker, wanting to think, man. Challenging you to on the spot.
Gotcha. I would tell them always keep God first in everything you do. Definitely exhaust yourself as far as your talent and the gifts that you've been given. Never sell yourself short. Always think positively. Never think you can't do anything. Anything is possible. Like every day is filled with infinite possibilities. I would tell them always be kind to people. Always be fair. Walk with integrity and excellence. Always. That's non-negotiable. Because those things, karma's undefeated. So always just be upfront with people. Never be a shyster. Just keep it real. Keep it real with everybody. Keep it real with yourself. Always be genuinely you, and never apologize for that for anyone.
That's it. How can you follow that? Mr. Butler, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Appreciate
Karma
you.
is undefeated. Love it.
Absolutely.